Hello everybody, Jason at Learn to Survive. Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, but more importantly, taking care of one another. So this is like the second or third time I've redone this video. I don't want to make it too long, so I'm going to cut out the story of how I discovered this and what led me on to thinking about different flashlights and stuff. Just know that when I say this is a good product on my channel, it is something that I've tested, that I've used. I've talked to other people or know other people personally that have them and use them and know it's a good product. I don't take any sponsorships from anybody. Nothing's ever sent to me for free unless, a friend of mine, gift or something. But, if I say I believe in this item, you can rest assured that it's been a good item for me, and it'll probably be a good item for you. So with that being said, let's get into it. We all need a flashlight. And the problem with flashlights is they're either big and bulky and not very bright, or they're small and bright and very expensive. This little Streamlight, when they brought this out and they quit making this, it was probably about 35 bucks for this little light, and it is nothing more than a not very bright utility light, for reading a map, looking under a hood or something. It's fine. Shining it over here onto my wall that is about 25 feet away, it barely hits it. Looking at my shelf, it's barely lighting up anything on that shelf. I can make out shapes, but I can't tell really what anything is. So it's not a very bright light for a small light. Now you can get tactical lights that are very bright, several thousand lumens, and if you want to go that route, more power to you. But I want to talk about something small, something that you can carry as an EDC light and the smallest of pockets on your jeans. This is the Wuben G5. A friend of mine turned me on to this light. He's had one for about a year or so now. So he's had a lot of experience with it. I've had this about a week and been using it, and I am still on the initial charge that it came with. So here is a Zippo lighter. I think everybody knows a Zippo lighter and how big they are. Even if you don't smoke, your grandpa, your dad, somebody in your family had one of these. We all know how big they are. This is the Wuben G5. I think it is, yeah, the G5. Compared to Zippo, they are the same size and height and width. Now, where this really checked the boxes with me, we're going to start with price. $20 to $25 for this light. Second thing that definitely struck a chord with me is the 180-degree rotating head. People that know me know I love the Streamlight Sidewinder as a utility light. That's the light I take camping with me all the time. But it's not a very bright light. It's 55 lumens. It's a utility light. It's not made to be seen for a long distance or throw a long distance because you don't want to tip off where you're at in the military. This is rechargeable. That is the downfall of this light, I think. The fact that you just can't replace the batteries in it. But, I do have a small solar panel that I carry in my bag with me, so in an emergency it wouldn't be a big deal to recharge this because I'm going to have another small flashlight with me somewhere. It is 400 max 400 lumens. It has got this nice pocket clip that sits on the side here but does rotate, so you have different options to clip it on you. So let's take a look at the features of this light that make it amazing. So here on the side you have your lockout, so it's in lock mode so it won't turn on. There's your on mode, and you slide that all the way up. There's your charging port, and there's your on and off button. So put this in the on position. It's on high, 400 lumens. I'm shining it over on my wall that's 25 feet away. Very bright. It is lighting up everything. I can see everything clearly on the shelf. You take this little wheel right here and you turn it and adjust the brightness down to, I would guess, 10 lumens. Looks about 10 lumens, so you know that's a pretty cool feature. So let's turn it back up. If you take this button and you hold it, it goes in what they call RBG mode, and that stands for red, blue, and green. So, and there's a few more colors than just red, blue, and green. So here's like a violet purple. You turn the wheel, it goes to a real deep red, to a yellow, to a light green, to a dark green, to a cool light blue, to a darker blue, and then back to the purplish violet color. So for this little flashlight, for 20 bucks, it's got a lot of features. It is very bright. It is usable. As far as being in the dark and walking around, it's going to light up a good distance ahead of you with very usable light. Now let's talk about run times being rechargeable. The white light at 400 lumens will run about 50 minutes. Turn it all the way down to the 10 lumens, it'll run for about 65 hours. The RGB light, just in normal mode, 9 hours. If you put it on the flash modes, 25 hours. And then it says here on the box, and I haven't found it yet, but I haven't read totally all the way through the book yet. It says beacons, that is 10 lumens, and it says 45 hours. I'm not sure what that beacons is, but when I find out, I will let you know. So if you're interested in these, you can find them on Amazon, and they have some on there that are not branded as Wuben that are as low as $15. I don't know if those are knockoffs of this or if the company's just making them as an overrun for other companies to market, and they're just selling them cheaper or not. But the difference between $15.99 and $19.99, I would go with the one that's marked Wuben because knowing somebody that's had one for a year and my experience with this over the last week, this is a very well-made, good quality light that is very small and will fit in that little pocket on your jeans that was put there back in the day to hold watches, but people tuck little things in nowadays. I don't know what the pocket's called, really don't care on that, but it's just a great everyday carry flashlight that is bright enough and throws far enough to be usable, and has several other usable options to it, like the colored lights for signaling or what have you. So if you're interested in a light like this, man, jump on Amazon and just look up Wuben, and that's WUBEN, And look for the G5 flashlight. It's just an amazing light. I'm impressed with it, and if you guys decide to get one, I think you'll be impressed with it too. I'm going to wrap up this video. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care of yourself.